Myles Garrett, again, had a great game. He was, in fact, named Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in the AFC. For his performance Thursday night against the Steelers, 3 sacks in the game, created havoc pretty much all night long. Kevin Stefanski asked about Garrett's performance today.
It's great. We talk so much, Mary Kay, about individual accolades are tremendous. We want our guys to be recognized. The nice part is it also reflects well on your teammates. So happy for Myles, and also recognize that it takes everybody to achieve those. But what Myles is doing, play in and play out, game in and game out, with the amount of attention that he gets play in and play out is pretty impressive. I mean, if you're asking me, yes, I don't have a vote, but I think, and I made this point the other day, what he's able to accomplish with the amount of attention that he gets is truly impressive. It's like a degree of difficulty type thing. So for him to produce when they're trying everything in their power to make sure he doesn't wreck the game is again, running out of superlatives.
And G. Bush, we talked about that, last week. There's some people, he's disappearing, and you know what? He's getting chipped, double teamed, sometimes triple teamed. They run away from him, they roll away from him, and still he finds a way to help, make an impact. I think it's 8 straight years with 10 sacks now.
It's crazy. I saw another stat that he needs 1.5 sacks to become the fastest player, or the youngest player to reach 100 sacks. So, the production is there. I think sometimes when you get people that are that athletic and that gifted, kind of like Shaq, he's so big and he's so strong that when you mention the best players, or when you mention players, sometimes you just forget about it because he's so physically dominating and imposing. You don't have a frame of reference for it. So, sometimes you have to go back and watch how many games Myles Garrett just does stuff that you don't see nobody else do. I mean, he jumped over some people and blocked a field goal last year. Like, the dude just does this stuff with triple teams, double teams. The protection is slid his way, and he's going against the best of the best. He's going against all pros, and he's still getting home. He's still getting tackles for loss. He's still getting those sacks. So for us, I just think sometimes we get tired of giving people high praise. So sometimes we feel like we have to temper our praise a little bit. Like, for 5 to 7 years, LeBron James was the best player on the planet. Nobody else should have been getting no votes. Nobody should have been getting no all in the NBA, nothing. LeBron James was the most dominant. He went to all these finals, but we found a way to give Derrick Rose MVPs. We found a way to give guys who wasn't even on the same platform and on the same stratosphere as LeBron James. So sometimes I think, it's we get to the point where we're like, okay, well, there's Micah Parsons, TJ Watt's a good rusher. Let's compare him to Myles Garrett, when in reality, Myles Garrett he's a more physically gifted player. And I think sometimes we take that for granted a little bit.